Hello, you're listening to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Brandon Elliott. This show will be going over all aspects of real estate investing and is intended to educate, motivate, and prepare you to take action on your first or next real estate investment. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Elliott. And boy, oh boy, today is a spicy episode. Today is one of those days that you look on the news and there's been chaos going on the last couple weeks, the last couple months, right? Just kind of working our way out of the pandemic, we're seeing more and more chaos on a regular basis. And it's crazy. It really, truly is. I mean, we got Russia, everything in the world's going on crazy with them. Ukraine. I mean, this could turn into a World War III really quick, honestly. We got rumors that are circulating on the news saying that there's an American in space right now that is supposed to be landing in Russia on a Russian craft to come back home, basically. And they are saying that they might abandon him and leave him stranded. Obviously, something will take place. And this is all speculation and just a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos going on to just add to the mix. But we got car prices going up like crazy. We got house prices going up like crazy. Supply and demand is all out of order. We have barely any inventory for real estate. Way more people trying to get into real estate now, especially since the pandemic is on its way out. I mean, we got food prices going out of the roof right now. We got oil prices skyrocketing. We got gas prices at the all-time high right now. Never been higher in history. We got interest rates going up. We got rents going up. And this year coming up, I do truly believe that rents are going to really start taking a toll on people. They're going to start going up even more and more. But the dollar's going down. Surprise, surprise, right? Wages are staying stagnant. Like, these are just some statistics right now that you can look up online that are crazy and just mind-blowing. I mean, the current inflation rate right now that the government is telling us, and that should say something right there, because they like to drag their feet for the longest time and then they don't tell you the full truth. They're holding a lot back. But what they're telling us thus far is that we are at a 7% inflation rate. So, for example, if that doesn't make sense to you, hopefully this does. Your hard-earned cash that you're getting taxed on, astronomical numbers, depends on where you live. If it's in California, then it could be up to like 50%, which is crazy. But your hard-earned income that you've saved up after being taxed, let's say you have $100K in the bank right now. Well, congratulations, guys. With the inflation rate of 7%, you just lost $7,000. Like the world just robbed you of $7,000. And you may say to yourself, okay, well, what other options do I have? And, fool me once, shame on me, but fool me twice, then you got to look in the mirror and identify like, hey, there's things that are out of our control that we can't do anything about. And then there's things that we can fully grasp and identify, hey, I'm not going to put my money in these categories, my savings over here that is out of my control, right? There's certain areas when you can definitely put assets to work and be able to get rid of this trash cash. That's what I call it. The American fiat, the dollar is trash. So get rid of the trash cash, and it's time to start picking up some cash flowing assets. And before, I believe in all assets, I do, but real estate is my baby. You guys know that. I believe in cryptocurrency as well. I believe that to be the future. But what I don't, I'm not somebody that is going to pick up gold or silver. Don't get that confused. Yes, it's an asset, sure. But let's really break that down. How well is it truly going to pay you? In comparison to real estate, yeah, it's still a physical item that you can see, you can hold, you can touch. But let's talk about gold and silver just for a quick second, just so we can get on this rant for 2 seconds and then jump off. I got plenty of friends that are diehard fans of gold and silver and how it's appreciated over the years and so forth. Yes, it looks awesome if you had this huge gold bar that every time friends and family come over, you can shine it and show it in that room and say, wow, look at it. And yeah, over time, 30, 50, 70 years down the road, it could be worth more from appreciation. Of course, with that being said, the value of the dollar that you'll trade it in for, one way or the other, will be less. So you do the math. But regardless, is it going to give you tax benefits? Is it going to pay you monthly? Will there be dividends behind it? If not, then it is what it is. It looks cool, but let's talk about real estate for a hot second and the benefits of that. Ready, set, go, real estate investing podcast. Let's go. It really just comes down to having a physical asset like real estate. You get that shiny, amazing thing that we could show to the friends, the family as well. Not necessarily when they come over, but you could show the pictures if it's out of state or down the street, whatever it may be. And it will appreciate over time. It will become more valuable. And usually every 5 to 10 years, you can really see some decent increases from all of that. I'm sure you could say the same about gold, but, same, but different. And then also, keeping consideration that you can rent this thing out. You can rent this thing out, do Airbnb or long-term rentals, and have monthly passive income coming in from it that will suit you very well and keep you afloat. It'll pay you over time, not just the appreciation on the back end. And then on top of that, you also have tax write-offs that you can take advantage of that just make it a no-brainer at the end of the day. So, real estate's always been my baby. I'm a big, huge advocate of credit, putting it into real estate and getting yourself afloat. But with all the media and everything, all the chaos going on in this world, nobody's got the crystal ball at the end of the day of when the market's going to crash. When is the market going to crash and if it's going to crash? Okay, the if we need to cancel out and write that thing off because yes, it will. It's a damn near guarantee. It's not if, but when, right? And as you can see, the speculation online and with everything going on in the media and the news, there's a lot of fear going on. The fear index is high. And it's also a lot of confusion of, oh crap, what are we going to do? All these prices are increasing. Supply and demand is all out of order. It's making it more difficult to do anything. And I'm barely getting by. And the money that's, coming in, the stagnant money is, barely covering ends meet. So what is there to do, right? Well, there's 3 things that I would focus on right here, right now. And you're definitely going to want to write these down because confusion brings opportunity. And there's got to be some kind of sophistication behind it to really understand like, hey, how should we pivot? How should we move? How should we adjust? Right now, out of all times, you should be focusing on making more money. That would be my number 1 priority that I would focus on and preach and really tell to each and every person that, hey, whether it's starting a new business, getting some hot side hustles going on, or whatever it may be, like today is the day to really start focusing on bringing in more money and looking at opportunities that are in front of you and taking advantage of them and going full force because right now we need more money. And when you get that fiat, when you get that dollar bill, that $100 bill, whatever, you want to convert it ASAP. You want to convert it into something ASAP, something not fiat related. I wouldn't buy gold and silver. I wouldn't, but assets like real estate, I would 100% try to park as much money and capital into it as soon as possible. If you can do as many burst strategies as possible, while the banks are still lending like crazy, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. See, here at Credit Counsel Elite, our mastermind group, our private mastermind group is constantly fixing credit, building up massive amounts of credit, leveraging it from the banks and putting it to work. And that's exactly what you should be focusing on right now because, if you remember back in 2007, 2008 times, the crash for real estate, that was a time that, hey, banks started tightening up. They started slamming on the brakes really hard. And, you really couldn't do business with banks anymore at that point. And as much as the banks have been giving out more money than ever the last couple of years, it's another sign, it's another sign that we don't have the crystal ball. But while the going is hot right now, take advantage of what's out there. Get your credit right. fix it really quickly and get as much money from the banks as possible right now and have it on standby. And, God forbid, if any of those times come around, you want to liquidate and get as much of that credit, that cash as possible and put it into real estate. Start getting some of these assets that will suit you well, fixed rates, and you want to convert that new income into assets that will cash flow, that will appreciate, and that you can take advantage of tax-wise and really be able to focus on those. And then lastly, what I would say besides, so number one is going to be focus on more income. Okay, get more income. Next, convert it as soon as you can. And then lastly, I would say cut those expenses. You want to cut expenses, the additional expenses, like the nitty gritty stuff that you're not even realizing, the subscriptions, the stupid little things, the extra expenses that are just nonsense. If you're balling out, start cutting back. I'm telling you, you'll thank me later on, because nobody's got the crystal ball. I personally haven't lived through the crash in the past. I was just graduating in high school in a poor area that nobody felt the impact, right? Like nobody in my circle was talking about the house crash. But what I can tell you is there's a lot of signs right now. There's a lot of signs pointing in the direction of the uncertainty, the confusion, the chaos. And as all that starts spiraling like a perfect storm, like a hurricane, right? It's just all part of the madness. And God knows what the outcome could be. And it could start diminishing and start falling apart and be, one thing after another starts getting better. And I pray and hope for that. But long story short, we don't know. And it could easily just start spiraling and keep on getting out of control and turn into the perfect storm and really mess up a lot of people's futures right now. So with, unemployment just last year at the all-time high and just, all these other chaos things going on, right now is the time that if you're not in real estate right now, stop looking and stop being on the sidelines. Like right now, if you take anything from this, I'm not the type of person to push fear or to hold you back in any way or tell you to, extra precaution. But right now, if you've been sitting on the sideline for the last couple of years, this is what I recommend. ASAP. If you take anything from this, is get real estate and get it today. Take all your money, all your credit, everything that you got, and do whatever it takes to be able to turn that liquid cash, liquid credit into a physical asset like real estate, something that will pay you. Because and it's a tough market. I'm not going to deny that. It is. Like I said, the supply and demand, there's barely any houses. They're going for way over than they should. People are paying it because they got all cash. There's still money out there. There's rich people out there. Trust me, there's money out there. So if you're barely making it, the middle class, you're not getting, increases. You're getting job, breakdowns basically, and they're demotions or like just stagnant income and not enough of it. And while the gas prices are going up, you're losing money that was sitting in the bank, all these other things. It's like, yes, it's not even starting to make sense anymore. And it hasn't for a long time, honestly. But right now is the time, get some assets. So we've talked about how to do it. I mean, we're at 200 plus episodes now. We've talked about it dozens and dozens, hundreds of times, It just comes down to that there's something that's holding you back. And whatever it may be, you got to look in the mirror and make that strong indication and not allow fear to step in, not allow fear to overcome your life, and realize that out of all times in the world, it's like right now it's mandatory. So be determined, be fierce, and keep on getting out there. Figure out your lead generation. Understand first and foremost, like what kind of properties you want to go after. Don't be doing fix and flips right now. I'm a moron right now. I got 2 fix and flips, and honestly, one of them it's going to be a no-brainer because we're going to make so much money on it, and it's just like, God, it's crazy because of the market that we're in. And then the other one, we could easily do the same, but I'm taking my own advice on this one, and we're really starting to look to see like, hey, like we should really turn this one into a cash out refinance and have a little bit of money stuck in it, but it will appreciate and do us so well in the future. So let's get this money at the banks and put it to work in different places. So we got a ton of money in crypto as well. And in the next couple of years, I'm a firm believer it will do very well. There's always the ups, downs, the fear index, everything that has a big portion to play in it. But it's the time. The time is now. So figure out what strategy you're going to go with. I highly recommend the BRRRR strategy, or, something that you can get rentals right away and turn it into Airbnb, do some kind of arbitrage, whatever it may be. Have ownership though, control everything, own nothing, understand that aspect of putting it, with your protection and entities and so forth, and partnering up with people, whatever it may be. But just know that ideally, you want to be able to liquidate cash, liquidate credit, and put it to work in real estate and be able to have the full cash flow, the appreciation, and the tax benefits to be able to take advantage of. So that is my 2 cents for the day. And I really do hope that it hits you hard and you take a good look in the mirror and realize hey, something's got to give and something's got to give now, because I don't know how much longer, nobody's got that crystal ball, right? So you want to be proactive instead of reactive when shit hits the fan, bottom line. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys all so much for tuning in. And as always, I need your help on this one. Share the love out. Somebody that you know in your circle needs to hear this today. So share this out, tag somebody in it that needs to see it. As always, hit that subscribe button so you get the newest notification every single Monday for the newest episode when it drops. For Ready, Set, Go, Real Estate Investing Podcast. Ready, Set, Go, REI. Jump on it, check it out, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave that 5-star review. I greatly appreciate all the feedback and the love. And as always, every week we are doing a live training that you can register for. So a live training for Credit Counsel Elite, our mastermind group, where we're teaching people the education of how the banks and lenders are judging you, the how to fix your credit very quickly. We've had people recently removing bankruptcies off their credit in hours, in just a couple hours. And the amount of work they put in to do so was as simple as 5-10 minutes worth of work. Okay, guys, next level stuff. So if you're looking to be educated, how the banks and lenders are judging you, how to fix your own credit very quickly, or your circle of influence and clients, friends, family, and afterwards be able to build up huge, massive amounts of funding and be able to just put it to work and leverage it. Literally put it to work and make money off of this stuff. We got insurance plays. We got obviously purchasing properties, doing hard money, private money lending, e-com stores, you name it. Fund what your goals and dreams are. I want to be able to show you how to do so. So every week we're doing a live training. And how you can register is going to www.creditcounselelite.com, and it's /apply or application or register. But if you just go to the website, then you'll be able to see the Learn More green tab right at the top. Click that. You'll be able to see the different times. It's every week we're doing it, and it switches up. 1 week it's going to be Thursday, the next week it's Saturday, and then vice versa, Thursday, Saturday, Thursday, Saturday. So see what week you're at, see when we are doing it next, and be a part of it, because honest to God, it will change your life, and it's all free. I guarantee it, you'll learn something amazing on there. We have 107, 109, something like that, new students in there that are just crushing it on every level. So our mastermind group is really high level individuals, and blessed for each and every single one of them, and blessed for God's favor to be able to speak through me, to be able to do so and really see the results that they're destined for and desire greatly, because each and every person's winning who's taking action. So with that being said, guys, I love you guys all so much. Click the registration link for www.creditcounselelite.com. You guys see it right? Where is that? Whoa, there it is. So go to that link and then register for the next one so you can get the education for that. And as always, hit that subscribe button, tag somebody who needs to see this. And I love you guys all so much greatly. You guys stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next one.
This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, brought to you by Brandon Elliott. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, God bless.